Now, this much is certain. Just as the disease has shattered lives, disrupted markets, and exposed the incompetence or lack thereof of governments, it'll lead to permanent shifts in political and economic power in ways that will only become apparent only later. Post-coronavirus world order. It's a topic of our News in Depth tonight with Emmanuel Pastourage, president of the Asia Institute. Emmanuel Pastourage, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Now, in an op-ed on the Wall Street Journal, the great diplomat Henry Kissinger declared that it is now an imperative that the world's leaders, even as they deal with this great pandemic, that they make the transition to the post-coronavirus order, as failure to do so could set the world on fire. Would you agree with this, that international order will never look the same after the coronavirus pandemic?
Well, I think at some level this is true, that we have a fundamental shift taking place at multiple levels within each country, and also the way we've become connected together. The question will be, what will be the result? And that part is not determined. At the same time, it's not something passive, right? We play a role in putting forth a vision, not just Dr. Kissinger, but all of us, to imagine what a future world could be. There have been tremendous negative impacts for people around the world. At the same time, as we know, pollution has been reduced. We have, for example, families in Korea who have time to spend with each other, and they're not all rushing off to work. So it's forced us to rethink many of our values.
Well, you know, some argue that the pandemic will strengthen the state and reinforce nationalism. You know, governments of all types have been scrambling to adopt emergency measures to manage this crisis, and many will not relinquish those powers, you know, when the crisis is over. Will the world be less open and less global once this pandemic is over?
Right. Well, that's, I would say, I'm not a fortune teller, and we don't know that. I'd only suggest that part of it is up to us. Can we put forth a vision for what a new sort of order for the world could be? I would tend to say, I'd like to stress that what's really critical is that it be international, that we see things internationally, and that it be cooperation amongst people to address whether it's disease or environment or economic.